What's up, guys? I don't even know where to start. So I'm going to keep it real short and simple. At least about 5 minutes, but I'll probably go over it because there's a lot to talk about. But I'm a minority. I'm a Hispanic who loves America and the Second Amendment. And who hates Obama. Look at my shirt. I'm wearing an Obama shirt. Fucking Obama shirt. It says failure. Because that's what he is. A failure. And when people like Trump come in, or a man, like Donald Trump comes in from the outside and infiltrates the establishment and says, you know what? I'm really gonna do for you. And it scares the establishment. That should tell you something. Okay? The mainstream media just constantly bashes Trump. I don't even watch late night comedy shows. I used to watch Conan O'Brien heavy when I was in high school. Now everything is garbage. I fucking despise Trevor Noah. Go back to your fucking country if you can just talk shit about America and Trump and everything. You know what I mean? It's like Piers Morgan. Get the fuck out of here. Not even from here. And you're telling Americans things that the establishment wants you to tell them to get them to believe. That's so, like, no. I know you're going to probably say, like, well, what about Paul Joseph Watson? But Paul Joseph Watson isn't a fucking dick who just wants to see people oppressed. No, he wants prosperity just like I do. All he's doing is telling the truth. That's the difference. That's what they don't want you to go out and look for. That's why you have all this censorship on Google platforms. I'm talking about YouTube, which I'm on right now. But, you know, hey, if they shadow ban this or block this, they're racist, right? They're racist because I'm Hispanic and they're not allowing me to publish this video. That's pretty racist, right? See what I did there? I'm doing what you do to people on the right that are, you know, mostly white people. You know, you try to market on that white guilt. Don't feel guilty. But it scares the establishment. And what scares them even more is minorities coming together, like-minded minorities who are awake or are in the process of waking up. And we come together and we start sharing ideas of about how to fix the real problems in the world. That the same people who tell you we gotta fix this and we gotta fix that, and then you go and you elect these people, and they don't do shit. They don't do a thing. They don't do a goddamn thing. This isn't a politically correct show either. This is for the Hurt Words podcast. Check it out, guys. Got a Patreon if you want to share. We're barely starting. We're in our infancy. Very rough. As you can tell, I'm doing everything myself, along with my co-host who's not here, Rem. Shout out to Rem. He's taking care of some business. But when you get minorities coming together and they share ideas about, you know, bringing up solutions to fix the problems that they create, that they hold over your head, you know, the different fears that they instill in you, they get scared. Because they know that if you wake up, and we come together, they're fucked. It is literally a collection of just, you probably have a couple hundred. But guys, it's a couple thousand. I don't know how long how far down their lineage goes, and their tentacles reach, their branches spread out. I don't know. I don't know. But I will tell you this, what I do know is, no matter how many of them they are, there is more on our side. We have more on our side than they do, guys. You hold the power. You, as individuals, don't need to depend on government. Government shouldn't even be as big a part in our lives as it is already. We don't work for the government. The government works for us. That's what Trump's doing. He's working for us. I don't agree with a lot of shit that he's doing. I already knew from the get-go that chemical attack in Syria was a false flag. And when I heard Trump saying that we're gonna, attack some sites, I was like, oh my God, he's playing into the globalist agenda. He's falling for it, but he's trying. He's not perfect. I'm not perfect. But anyways, if we come together, we can shut the establishment down. Then we can fix everything that needs to be fixed. The poison air that we breathe, the poison food that we eat. Get all the neocons out of government, all the lobbyists out of government. Change these laws that corporations have paid lobbyists to go out there and lobby for them, so they reap the benefits. Because even in corporations, people like Jeff Bezos, who last week made $12 billion in one day. Now, I don't remember the numbers exactly, but he has a couple million employees. And I did the math, and what it came down to was, I think it was $6,000 he could have gave to his employees as bonuses. And it still wouldn't have affected his bank account, none whatsoever. The next day he probably would have just made another $12 billion. But for some reason, Jeff Bezos has to just keep collecting and collecting and collecting this wealth. He might go a day without even spending a dime. But for some reason, he needs all that money in his account. Doesn't share his wealth, doesn't give back to the community. He treats his employees like shit. He uses the U.S. Postal Service at our expense to ship his products to whoever bought from Amazon. They need us more than we need them. They think that you need them. No. If everybody missed one day of work, I'm not talking about teachers or doctors. No. I'm saying if you work for a corporation and you miss one day of work, when you got everybody together, you missed one day of work, that would wake them up and scare them, because you would now become aware of the power you hold against them. Because without you, they can't run their operations. They can't make money without us. Wake up to what's really going on in the world. Take the chains off your mind. Do the research for yourselves. Share this video everywhere, please, guys. I feel it's really important that minorities get to see other minorities expressing themselves with I mean, you're not the only ones out there. You're not the only ones out there. Don't be scared. I used to be scared for a long time. I barely started doing my podcast channel, and this is my first video that I'm doing on YouTube because fuck it, I'm not scared anymore. If they come and kill me because I am a minority and I'm like sharing these words with you, and you do take it with substance and you go out and you start making a difference, I'm willing to die for that. I really am. Because if I'm not free, you're not free, your kids aren't free, my kids aren't free, we're not free. Share this video on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Email me, hurt words with the Z. The S was taken already. Shoot me a message on Anchor, hurt words, Twitter, hurt words. You want to come together, you want to link up, you want to do something together, you want to shed more light on the golden age, the introduction to the golden age, then I'm down. I'm with it. Let's do this. I love you guys. Even if you don't like me or you hate me already just from this video, I still love you. And I'm willing to die for the people that hate me, so they can still express their hate for me. Because if we don't, they're going to shut everything down. And they're going to take us away and do whatever they want with us. Because at the end of the day, all they want to do is eradicate us, so they can have all the resources and merge with technology. That's the end game for us. If we don't start now, we won't have a future. Hurt words. Check us out. Donate to our Patreon if you want. If you don't, cool. If you do, very greatly appreciate it. God bless you guys. God bless America. Peace out.